Greetings, and welcome, beautiful goddesses. This is your host, Z.A. Siobhan, and welcome to She Returns to Herself podcast on this Freedom Friday. So, today is one day into the new moon in Leo. So, everybody comment down below how you feeling with this new moon. Did you do some work with the new moon? Did you do some moon water? Did you do a spiritual bath? Did you set your intentions? How are you feeling this morning or this rising for yourself, ladies? So, it's just a reminder on Freedom Friday to make sure that you stay in tune with yourself, set your weekends, make sure that you're setting time for yourself on Saturday. It's the day I like to do my self-care, as I told y'all before, and also just making sure that you are doing what's necessary for you. Self-check-ins, going by some water if that's your thing, journaling if that's your thing, whatever makes you feel good and perfectly in line with yourself as the best of your abilities, right? Sometimes we can let the outside world dictate how we treat ourselves, how we love on ourselves, and how we just sit up here and just see the world on the outside without really going within and asking ourselves truly, how do I feel about myself? What am I most proud about myself for? What are the goals that you accomplished this week? Everything doesn't have to be such a Debbie Downer type energy or low vibrational, right? Because we're returning to ourselves, so we're making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be up here doing for ourselves and whole. And sometimes that is making sure that others are good as well, right? I know for me, I love helping others. That brings me joy, that brings me peace. So this week I did that. I made sure that I stayed in line with, regardless of whatever was trying to hit me, and deter me from up here doing what I needed to do, that I still showed up for myself and as well as others, right? Because sometimes that lift your spirit as well. So on Freedom Friday, let's think about how we're going to self-serve ourselves this weekend, or even today when we get off of work or get done with work. If you work for yourself, do you take Fridays off to recuperate from the week that you had previously? Well, girl, I made up a word, huh? But just making sure that you are doing things that are making you feel like, yeah, I'm still that woman, I'm still that goddess. I'm still embarking and flowing into me and doing the things that I need to do, as well as, shaking things off that are no longer here to serve for my highest good and releasing those. So one of the things that I did with working with that new moon in Leo, that love, that passion, that fire and desire energy, is I journaled and I set intentions for things that I need to release. Every month I go through something that, shows me that I need to release it, or, that it may not be as healed as I thought it was. And it just shows up in my life to remind me of, like I said, your past is your teacher, right? It doesn't dictate who you are, who you will continue to be, only if you allow it to be. So I did that. I released some more things that I needed to release, i.e. my mindset on when it goes around me just being successful in my own right? And what that means for me, like feeling like maybe I am not actually doing what I'm supposed to be up here doing, which I know that can kind of come with Mercury retrograde, but at the same time, feeling like I am doing what I'm supposed to be up here doing and following my path and reassessing that. So I did a lot of just reassessing. If you don't evolve every day at least 1%, then you're not evolving, right? And not trying, but knowing that you are in line and being who you need to be for you and showing up for the people who care for you the most and love on you genuinely and authentically, right? So, we don't chase, we attract. I always say that. And just making sure that things are well within. That's basically it. So that's what I did for this new moon, and I will continue to do for the next 3 days after. So until Sunday, it's just resetting myself, reevaluating things, and just truly just being honest with myself about how free do I really want to be, right? Because I set that tone. Nobody else has the power to do that, right? So how free do I want to be in my mind, in my body, in my spirit? I don't want to carry around weight that is dead weight, right? And I want to make sure that I'm planting my seeds in fertile ground, so my blessings will always come around. Oh, girl, your girl rhyming. Look at me. But anyway, loves, thank you for tuning in today. Put down in the comment section what are things that you're doing for your Freedom Friday. If you did anything with this new moon energy in Leo. And then also make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. With love, exactly how it's supposed to be. And then if nobody else told you today, let me be the first to tell you that you are loved, you are lovable, and you are beautiful. Many blessings.